Welcome everyone! Today we are doing something different. We are off FC 24 and we are predicting 24-25, the 24-25 season of the Premier League. Alright, so we're gonna do this in alphabetical order. I've just decided to do alphabetical order this time it'll be random, so we'll never know. We'll never know who's gonna be in every spot. So first one up, Arsenal. Where are Arsenal gonna place? Obviously, they've made two signings. One Raya, which they had last year on loan, but this Sunday now he's bought. And they have Calafiori or Cala. But Arsenal finished second last year. We're really close to the top spot. And will they win again? No, they're gonna get second place again. I think they are going to get second place. Second club up, Aston Villa. Ooh, where will Aston Villa place? They placed obviously fourth last season, which was a very, very good season for them. And can they replicate that this season? I do not think so. I think they will struggle with the European football. Obviously, they're in the Champions League this season, and I think they have made very good signings. To be fair, they might bring in Joao Felix, I think, and they've bought Amadou Onana, Ling Jr., a prospect winger from Juventus, Ian Matson, who was in the Champions League final last year, and yeah, some very good signings. But I just don't think they're going to be able to replicate what they did last year. And I'm going to put them in a Conference League spot for the end of this season. Up next, we have Bournemouth. Last season, they had a very good season. They were like in and out where they just had runs and then bad runs and all that stuff. But, I mean, finishing 12th is a good place to finish. And I think they aren't going to be as high, but I think they're going to be lower mid-table. I'm going to decide later, but I'm putting them in 16th. I'm putting them in 16th, actually. 16th place in the lower mid-table. They will be in a relegation battle this season. That is my prediction. Next, Brentford. They still have Ivan Toney somehow, but they do still have Ivan Toney. So I don't know if he's gonna stay or not, but they do still have him, and that was kind of crucial. They were in a relegation battle somewhat last season, but I think they recover a bit, and we're putting them in 15th above Bournemouth. Next up, Brighton. Where will Brighton finish? I've got zero idea about Brighton. All I know is that they lost their manager. Roberto Zerbi, I think it was his name again. And I don't know about them this season. I think they're going to go lower mid-table, and I'm putting them in the 10th position. They got 11th last season. I'm putting them in the 10th position, Brighton. Don't think they'll have a very good season. Next one up, Chelsea. Now, they've signed a bunch of players. They've signed so many players. I'm just gonna read it out for you guys. They've had like a bunch of here he goes already. It's crazy. They've got Pedro Neto, Aaron Anisomino, Philippe Hodgson, Caleb Wiley, Renato Viega, Kieran Dewsbury Hall, Mark Wehi, Mark Kellerman. That's a bunch of signings. A bunch. And do I think it'll work? I mean, they got Leicester City's manager. We'll talk about them later. Leicester City's manager. I think they'll get Europa League. I'm putting them at 6th. They got 5th place last season, which actually I think they got 6th place last season, which was very surprising. They ended it off very well, but Pochettino got sacked, so I don't know if that's going to continue. I'm very much sure that's not going to continue, actually. So I'm putting them at 6 once again. Next is Crystal Palace. Now they've lost Michael Olise, which was one of the magic of last season for them, and they haven't exactly been. They haven't, like, Crystal Palace have always been mid. The definition of mid, and they're gonna stay mid. And I'm putting them in 11th. their new manager, I think he'll do decently well. I'll put them 11th. Everton. Now, I don't know if they're gonna get any more strikes and stuff, but I'm putting them in 14th. Sean Dyche has done very well with them, even with the points deduction he's gotten them pretty far. I'm still gonna put him lower mid-table. 14th, I think, will be the spot for Everton. Next is Fulham. Fulham are an interesting one, and that's why I'm gonna put him 13th. 13th above Everton. I'm putting them 13th. They finished last season in 13th, and I'm putting them 13th once again. Ipswich Town. They have just been promoted from the championship, and they're going straight back down. I don't think they're going to survive. I'm putting them in the 19th position, and yeah, I do not think they're going to stay up. For reasons, I just don't think they're going to be able to compete with everyone else. That is the reason. Next, Liverpool, which is here with the old badge that I don't know which one looks better. Guys, which one in the comments, which one looks better? This one or the new one, the one they're using now? Liverpool, Arne Slot came in as manager after Klopp leaving. They've made, I think, 0 signings this transfer window so far, and it's already the start of the Premier League. They got rejected by Zupamendi. It is not looking very good for Liverpool. But that being said, I still think they will get top 4, and I'm putting them in the 4th position, as they do still have a very good squad. So I think they'll somehow get 4th still, but it'll be close, I think, between the 5th placer, Manchester City. Now, we're gonna put them 20th. Actually, though, if the things probably go through, they probably should get like relegated down to like League 2 or something. But we're gonna ignore those things, even though I really hope that does happen. I really do. But in all honesty, be boring once again. Man City's gonna win the Premier League if the Chargers don't go through. It's gonna happen. So it is what it is. They're only signing with Savinho, I think, and I don't know what that does for them. I mean, it's a different winger, I guess. Manchester United. They have had a very good summer so far. They might bring in Ugarte, but they've already brought in 4 new players and 4 very good players. Their first signing of the summer was Joshua Zirkzee, a very promising striker from Bologna, and could do pretty well. Then they got Lene Yoro and beating out Madrid to them, which is incredible. And then recently they announced they have signed Mazraoui. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but Mazraoui and Matthias de Ligt. Both, I think, are going to be incredible. I am a Manchester United fan, so I am going to be a bit biased. But I think if we don't get top 4 this season, it's a failure. But I think we will get top 4 this season, and that's why I'm putting us above Liverpool, and we're getting 3rd. Manchester United, 3rd place in the Premier League is my prediction. Newcastle's interesting. They are getting Tonali back after the 7th month ban. Finally, I don't know who they've signed, to be honest. I haven't really kept track with them. But Newcastle it's a bit difficult, Newcastle, really. They struggled last year because of depth. They had many injuries. They got 7th place, but got kicked out, so they do not have Europe anymore due to Man United winning the FA Cup. Hey, come on. Just like Chelsea are in the Conference League. Come on. This is actually difficult because someone's going to miss out, and I think it might be Newcastle once again. I am putting Newcastle 8th place in the Premier League. Next up, Nottingham Forest. Now, they survived relegation with a pretty decent separation in the end, but they were in a relegation battle the entire season, and for that reason, I think they will get relegated this season in 18th place. That's where I'm putting Nottingham Forest. It's about time they get relegated. And I think it's going to happen this season. Southampton, another newly promoted club from the championship. Southampton. Where are they going to finish 20th place? I just don't think it's just going to happen again. Look, they're going to get 20th place. They came off in the playoffs. Yeah, I just don't think they're going to survive. It's just not going to happen. It just isn't. It isn't at all. Next up, Tottenham Hotspur. I'm putting them 5th. It's getting pretty obvious where most of the clubs are going to go after this. But I am putting them in 5th place, being above Chelsea, the same place they finished last season. Just missing out on top 4. It was going to be a close race between Liverpool and Spurs to get top 4, but I think Liverpool will edge it out in the end. And that's why I'm putting Spurs in a Europa League spot and being 5th. I think I forgot one. I somehow skipped Leicester. I don't know how that happened, but they're getting 17th. I don't know how I forgot Leicester, but hey, they're getting 17th. They're going to just survive relegation. But anyway, West Ham. Now, I think they've built a very strong team, West Ham. I've seen some of their transfers. They've gotten Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, Rodriguez for free, Fulkrug, Somerville, Fotheringham. Yeah, some very good signings, I think. I think Fulkrug, I think, will work perfectly for them. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, a very, very good 1v1 defender. I'm a bit sad to see him go from Man United, but it had to be done. It had to be done. But I am putting West Ham in 9th, and I think it's going to be competitive up here. I really think it is. I think after this West Ham, the drop to Brighton is going to be massive. I think it is. That is my prediction. And for the final club, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolves. Where are they going to finish? I need a recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They are finishing 12th. Wolves. 12th. Why are they finishing 12th? I don't know. That shows where they ended up. The mid-table, it's just a bit confusing, you know. I don't know where they might end up somewhere. They might. But yeah, I'm putting Wolves 12th. Those are my predictions. We got Manchester City champions. Champions Leagues being Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool. Europa League being Spurs and Chelsea. And Aston Villa in Conference League football. And then in higher mid-table, we got Newcastle, West Ham, Brighton, Crystal Palace, Wolves. And then lower mid-table, Fulham, Everton, Brentford, Bournemouth, Leicester. And in the relegation spots, Nottingham Forest, Ipswich, and Southampton. Let's see if these predictions come true in the end. Let's hope they do, because I really want to see Manchester United in top 4 and actually have a good season. Please. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this video. It was something different. And if you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.